Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwartner, and I'm the founder and publisher of Selling Power Magazine. And welcome to our interview with Jason Davis. He is a leader at BTS. He's in charge of the sales and marketing management practice. Welcome, Jason.
Thank you, Gerhard. Pleasure to be here.
So you recently published a very interesting white paper on coaching. What made you focus on coaching at this time?
We've been working with sales managers and sales leaders for years, and increasingly we've noticed that there's just an extreme amount of complexity in the role, particularly for frontline sales managers, and they're asked to do so many different things. And while data doesn't seem to be quite the issue it was previously, being able to do something useful with data coming out of CRM systems and really use it to guide performance for sellers continues to be a challenge. Combine that with the need to spend more time coaching and be more effective in having coaching conversations with sellers. And we've been recently very focused in on forming points of view on how do you help sales managers be more effective at that, because that seems to be one of the bigger points to drive performance for sellers that is underserved currently.
A lot of coaching calls either go south because the salesperson gets defensive and shuts down, or the coaching call is just a numbers review.
Most organizations don't have a consistent cadence where both the sales manager and the seller understand what's going to get coached when. So for sellers, they come in and they start to get a bit defensive on numbers because they're a little bit blindsided at where the conversation is going. And for managers, they often find themselves kind of scrambling to overcome some of that defensiveness. The critical point for most organizations is trying to get sales managers to institute this consistent cadence to be more effective at doing that time and time again, rather than it being a one and done or just checking the box, as you said, of numbers review.
If a sales manager or a frontline manager does it consistently, what can they expect in terms of results?
It's growth over time. You're not going to get a seller in one conversation to just overcome some behavioral issue they had before and magically be proficient at it. They're going to have to continuously get better at it. And it's going to take multiple opportunities of feedback from their sales manager to do so. The second piece is the seller feels like you're actually on their side, as opposed to the company telling them what they need to do or do more of, or how they're underperforming. Because you're in it with them. Time and time again, you're having these conversations and they feel like you are as much in their corner as they are. You want them to win as much as they want to win.
Can you share a personal experience where somebody took you aside and gave you a coaching assistance earlier in your sales career?
I had a manager who I had worked for a few years and worked side by side with before she got promoted, and I started reporting into her. And she gave me a point of feedback at one point that immediately I started to get defensive on, but it was that as customers are talking, I'm talking too much, trying to say too many words in what we're trying to propose or suggest. And immediately I'm sitting here thinking, well, we do something that's very complicated. It takes a while to articulate it clearly, but she joined multiple calls with me. I joined multiple calls with her to see her in action. And after each one, she would talk to me about where, if it was my call, I could have clipped some stuff out, shortened some things, been more succinct, and why. And then when I saw her in action, after those calls, she had an opportunity to call out what she was doing. And it started to make me realize not only how I could do what she was asking, but why. And the fact that she spent the time with me, it was her helping me to solve the root issue. And then as a byproduct of solving the root issue, the numbers go with it.
Tell us a little bit about BTS. What are you planning to do in the area of coaching in the future, and what can clients expect from you?
Historically, there's been a lot of focus on training, and that doesn't go away. It doesn't become irrelevant, but it has to be combined with professional coaching. And what we will work on with clients is both sides of that equation. So for starters, on the scalable front, what is it that managers need to be developed on? And scalable doesn't mean that everybody gets the same thing. It could mean that pockets of people get one set of content or one set of focus areas, while a different group of individuals get a different set. And then on the coaching side, this is where it really gets connected to the individual's reality. As a sales manager, I'm unique. My team is unique. What we're facing with our customers is unique from every other one of my peers. And that professional coaching helps me to draw clear connections between what I'm experiencing in the training world with what I'm experiencing in my personal reality with my team, my customers, my book of business. It helps me not only use the skills, but also develop some of the new mindsets necessary for me to shed some of the baggage of how I've always done it or how my past bosses coached me, and helps me really adopt the mindsets of success through the specific folks that are on my team.
How can people learn more?
So one, we've got a white paper that's out. We published just a few months ago on this. You can access it on our website, bts.com. As we're going forward to the next coming months, we're going to be coming out with a much longer, more academic-driven white paper that talks a lot about the history of how, when coaching and training is combined in multiple settings, both business as well as academic settings, you can really see the impact of it. So we'll have more information coming out there.
Awesome. Thank you, Jason.